welcome back to PadfootTD Games. My name is Zach. I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are in Train Sim World. Sorry for the there. I had to remember exactly what they want us to call it. So it's Train Sim World, and we obviously have two kind of expansions here: the CSX Heavy Haul, and of course the New England Corridor for New York. That's the one we're going to be playing around with today. Back to our profile, we are going to be taking the ACS 64, which is actually what attached to us when we were in New York. This is the same exact rails that we used when we traveled to New York. So I wanted to get in and play with this. I know there's a handful of bugs with the game. I'm 100% aware of that. I've played through them. I haven't played the game overly in depth, but I love trains, and I think this has such a potential to be such a great train sim that I wanted to be able to give it another chance. Hello, the old 163. Welcome. Just gonna be playing a little bit Train Sim World today. We're going to scenarios. Now this is one I've already done, even though it doesn't show me that I've completed it. This is a great starter for the series. You know, I love trains. I feel like we haven't had a really good, strong train sim in a long time. I am a big fan of trains, where you have complete customization, etc. I love everything about those. But there's just so many that there's so much you can do in this game. You can walk around, everything's clickable, etc. I love this game. I wonder if it might be better on console than it actually is on PC. That makes me wonder. Welcome to Newark International Airport. You'll be taking control of Amtrak 170 from here through to Penn Station. And here she is right over there. Same exact cars. Hello. Same exact cars as the Vermonter has that we usually take. Oh, it's so pretty. Beautiful tracking shot. Oh, it only has 3 trains on console. This is funny. When I fired this up to make sure it was going to record properly, I ran over to the other track because I knew what to do. I actually beat the objective to it, so it was all wonky. But now that we're in the recording, just the beautiful amount of detail that's in the game. I love it. I love details. I love little things, little steps, details. Can we walk down the escalator and be that kind of douche? Yeah, we can. Can't see our feet, but we're going. Excuse me, I'm more important than you. Excuse me, thank you. Alright, let's climb into our locomotive here. Come on, lady. Let's climb on in. Are you gonna make me, like, tutorial this? Yeah, objective complete. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Now, this was never said in the menu, and it wasn't in the controls. I had to go out online to figure this out. You have to hold tab and then unlock the right side doors. We're going to load in passengers, and I know we're on a time constraint here, but I want to get up really quick. I want to open the door. Make sure nobody gets in for a joyride. And just check in here really quick. So this is business class. This is exactly how you open up the doors on Amtrak for people who haven't traveled there before. These are the old style seats. This is where we usually would sit. We would sit in these seats right here, and Ella would have all this room right there. On the way down to New York, we had to sit in seats like this, but there was not that much gap, just so we could face the right way. I'm just curious if there's a dining car. We're gonna... There we go. Yeah, this is exactly the same, except there's definitely... I know they made it handicap accessible, which is kind of cool for the game. It's amazing. It looks exactly like it. I find that hilarious. On the Vermonter, though, we don't have a separate business class. It's just standard seats, tables here, and in the back they put business class just right back here. So let's now come running through, hop outside. Let's get on in, lock those doors, and head off to New York Penn Station, which is where we just came from the other day. All right, sit down. Locking the doors. I've got to remember all the controls. What do you do in this game? Hello, Majestic Gamer. So, we are driving a train. We're driving this train. And it's more than just what's in trains, where it's kind of like forward, back, and off you go. Here, you've got to do everything. Release brake and apply power. Now, I couldn't remember. Just remembering the keys here. You know, it's one of those things where you gotta kind of dust off the rust here, because driving a diesel is way different than driving electric, which is what we're driving right now. Oh, listen to that sound difference. Just love it. All right, just gotta maintain our speed. Make sure, yeah, remember how to zoom. Newark Penn Station's next. No, the CSX. Ugh. We're actually gonna be driving one of those later on. Don't know if we'll be doing it today, but I really wanted to start this series, so off we go. We're at 46 miles an hour right now and climbing. And of course, everybody's favorite. Hate the bell. All right, so let's see. I want to make sure we're not gonna go speeding through here too much. We do have speed restraints, which show up on our little speedometer down at the bottom. It's 75, so we can bump it up. I mean, it's 70, not 75. Can't remember how long it takes to stop this train. Well, we're gonna find out together now, aren't we? We're going a little bit fast right now. Just playing around with what speed I need to be in. Okay, so that holds pretty about steady. Let's go down to about 30%. All right, that is slowing us down just a smidge. Automatic brake, independent. Oh, we're at 30 now? All right. We're gonna miss this station, aren't we? Just to slow down a bit. Not even paying attention. Trying to remember the controls. As we have to emergency brake it coming into the station. Yet again. So rusty, don't even remember what all these controls are. So, bear with me here. Objective complete, kinda. Alright, set the independent. Now I'm gonna load some passengers. Whoops. Put that back into idle. What's it called? This is Train Sim World. It's out on console and on PC. This particular piece is some DLC. It's the Northeast Corridor, or NEC. Never give me long enough to be able to just check out the train. Alright, let's climb on it. Sit on down. Okay, you'll be making an additional stop at Secaucus to let the Silver Star train pass. All right, sounds good to me. That's off. That's released, and actually into throttle. I forgot that's not. I mean, technically, gotta remember all my my train know-how. It's been a long time since I've done any sort of train sim. Of course, I remember having the original train simulator for Windows a long time ago. All right, now that we've left the station, we can click off the bell. Beautiful plane going by. Beautiful bridge work here. Of course, we have amazing views as always. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh. Camera's a little wonky, but still very pretty. Still 30-mile-an-hour zone. Let's let that idle for a bit. Let it drop back down. Good. We're gonna be switching tracks here. That makes sense. A little fast. Just a wee bit of brake. Once all the carriages that were pulling behind us get onto this track, we should be in the 45-mile-an-hour zone now. Let's crank that up just a bit. And of course now we're starting to get into the high-speed rail system that's near the city, so you can see that the train banks itself. Bring it back to idle. That's a beautiful thing about trains, is that momentum can keep a train going without needing power. It's amazing. I can't read what... Okay, it's gonna go up to 90. Just want to make sure we're not gonna read a signal wrong, that's all. 90, another yellow. I know we could be picking up, but I know yellows use caution, and I just don't want to be in that predicament where we're gonna end up running a red light. I did that with a coal train last time I played the game. That was the last time I did it. Kind of didn't necessarily rage quit, but I was just ready to be done. Looks so good. Freight sitting there waiting. Very nice. All right, so in a mile we have a red light. So we just gotta mentally keep that in our brain. Stop at the red light. Okay. What's also a handy feature, I know you can't see my cursor on here because it just wants to move around with it. You don't. Yeah, I can actually lock it. So right here, this is actually like we're going up an incline right now. Oh, good. That changed to yellow. So it lets you know. So you can compensate with the amount of throttle that you need to put into it. I know I'm going slow. I'm just being cautious of, we did have a red light. I know it's turned to yellow, but the game does happen to jump out and surprise you from time to time. No, it looks like they're gonna give us yellow all the way through. That's all right. Let's kick it up then, I guess. I was waiting to see what that next signal is. Okay, we're supposed to be there at 7:13. It's still like 2 miles away. We're gonna be a little late. You know, I can't honestly say last time I was on a train where it was on time, so. Understood. Got another yellow light up here in 1 mile. Getting good feel for speed here. Oh, we just popped inside the car. That's great. Seeing if we have any other camera views. Oh, well, there's a map. The bullet view as it goes by. All the warehouses and all the factories outside New York. Oh, you heard a bark? Yeah. Yeah, that's probably Husky downstairs. There was another Northeast Corridor train. Yeah, they're chilling out downstairs, keeping cool. And some brake. I know it's gonna switch down to 80, but we're technically we're technically speeding. All right, bring that back to idle for now. We're gonna get it. We'll knock off the rust. Yeah, the dogs are downstairs trying to stay cool. Yet again, another hot day. Not overly hot. It's actually. 7:13. Hey, you know what? We're actually on time. That's awesome. We're actually a minute early. That's from speeding, but it happens. That's there, that's there. All right, we're getting more passengers on board. That's true. Passenger happiness is up. I also like that you can actually see the passengers get in. You know, I find it very hard, especially in this game, and even in real life when it comes to train scheduling. It's so hard to stay on time. You know, the amount of speed that they want engineers to be running at, and then how quickly they want people at stations. Like, we had a lady miss her stop in when we were on our way to New York because they were so quick getting in and out of the station. You know, and it's what they have to do, but I felt bad for the lady. There we go. All right. Wrong way. Let's bring that up. Yeah, I felt bad. She missed her stop right before New York, but the next stop was New York, so she had to get off New York and then head back to Stanford, I think it was, but it was... They had announced it in plenty of time. If she had grabbed her bag earlier and didn't kind of dawdle, she would have gotten off, because you have to kind of plan for that. But still, you feel sympathy when that kind of goes to crap. My hope is with this game that they expand on Amtrak. I know they're doing a lot of European trains and stuff. I really hope they expand with Amtrak with the diesel locomotive that's very common. It's the P42. That's my bread and butter. That's what gets me excited in a train game. When I can find that's in the game, that's worth every penny to me. All right, next and last stop is New York Penn Station at 7:25. We got about 10 minutes to get there, and it looks like it's only 4 miles away. Really? All right. I know we can increase speed. I just can't see past that. There we go. Green light all the way, 90 miles an hour till we hit the tunnel. Let's do it. I mean, we're technically not in the 90 yet. I think we're in the 80. All right. Let's set that back to idle. Shortly, it should be popping back to 70 miles an hour and then to 75. No point of getting up to 90 to then bring it back down. Yeah, there we go. It's at 75 right now. We can add a little bit. It's gonna be hitting 60 right up ahead, so let's bring a little bit of brake into this. Minimal application does a lot, holy crap. All right, getting ready to enter the tunnel. Whole tunnel network system underneath New York. You fly right in through here, and then it just brings you right underneath the city. Trying to remember if I have a quick key for the brake. I do for the independent. Ah, there we go. Cool. I don't have to keep looking down now. About 2.5 miles away. It's such a scare. I know this is so planned out and so well together, but can you imagine all of a sudden seeing a headlight coming the other way. It's gonna get down to 15 up ahead, so we'll start braking a little bit early. Usually we'd have a schematic. If you were actually driving a train, you'd have a schematic of exactly where you need to start slowing down and where the speed limits are. We'll release that for now. We'll let gravity do its thing. We're at 1.2 degrees going down. That would be terrifying, right? Oh, just all of a sudden, a bright light. All right. I know we could be going a little bit faster. I don't want to push it in the tunnel. I guess bring up a little bit of speed. Still with a proceed with caution light, so just gonna kind of keep our head on a swivel at this point. Let's put it in idle once more. Yeah, there's our yellow signal. We do have a green signal to go all the way in, which is awesome. We've been stopped before, where we've actually had to stop in the tunnel, and I think that was probably you doing another mission. But you know, right now it looks like we're gonna be on time, so that's what I'm all about. About a mile away, put on some minimal, some minimum application to our auto brake here. 40 seems about fine to me. About 5 minutes to make it one more mile. It's just like spooky quiet in here. Yeah, it definitely sounds like you're in a tunnel though. Looks like we still have a green light ahead. It has switched to an incline now, so we'll actually add a little bit of power. About 2% incline. A little over half a mile left to go. Again, I know we could be doing 60, but until I can get myself back comfortable driving, I prefer not to be flying into the station. Put it in idle. 300 yards till the green light, and then I think right after that it flips down to 15 miles an hour. $200 yards. That's the independent dummy. All right, we're at 17 miles an hour. Making our final right now. Still have green lights all around. A whole bunch of switch work here, and we're even going to be a little bit early. Neat. Of course, then the next video I'll be like 5 hours late. All right, making our final here. Make sure that's released, and we'll just coast in. There shouldn't be anybody waiting on the platform. New York's really good about that, of not letting people onto the platform until your train has completely arrived. So you're gonna hear lots of barking here in a second. Danielle just got home. All right, just had to make sure we had everything at the station. Unlock the right, turn off the bell, climb out really quick. Welcome everybody to New York Penn. We're just gonna... We're just gonna walk onto this train. Where you guys come from? You guys have different seats. I bet you it's because it's coach. This train is packed. Okay, before we get taken away by a different train. Welcome. Hope you enjoyed your ride. Welcome. You guys are the same exact person, just different clothes. Look at all the people. They all look miserable, though. Alright, now we have to wait until 7:25. Okay, is this mission going to continue to go on? So what happens at New York, for those of you who do not know, who may have done any sort of training in the past, is when the train arrives, it does not depart for probably about another half hour. Now that's different from normal Amtrak stations where they will pull in and you literally don't have a set time. You get on the train and it goes to continue on its schedule. To keep crowdness and safety, they will actually have everybody disembark the train, have everybody go upstairs, and then they will have everybody who's getting on the train come downstairs at a different time from a different escalator just to keep people flowing better. It's an amazing system that they have. Oh, that is hilarious that the game doesn't know. For those of you who are going to be watching this on YouTube, somebody in the chat just had said that's happened to me from when I went onto the train. I was checking out the other person's train, they took me away, and I had to restart. Well, that's a bummer. Oh, that's too good. Like, the game doesn't automatically know that you can't. That you're not on board. Alright, I know that you can, like, interact with everything. You have all the fuses here, you have all these other pieces. I'm not even going to play with them, but you can also pop in here. This is where the restroom would be for crew, which this would be a good time to be using it. Here's all the power panels generating the power, since this is an electric. And this is where you'd probably do a cold start. And then you can pop back in, facing backwards. There's no really front or back of the train, since they're the same on both sides. You can see our attachment. So, let's pop through here. We've got less than a minute left until it wants us to do our next thing. Oh, look at all the people. Just waiting. Alright, let's close. Let's get in our seat so we're ready for whatever they might want us to do. Just realized the independent should be full service. Make sure we don't roll away anywhere. But I hope everybody's doing good. For whatever day this video comes out, I hope everybody's doing good. I've wanted to do this series. It's interesting. I saw everybody start to play this game when it first came out, and then everybody kind of left it behind. I know there's not a lot of missions, and it kind of gets repetitive. Me personally, huge fan. Huge fan of driving trains. You know, or anything simulator. That's the channel. Objective complete. Now what? Is that the reverse? Okay. Are you just having me lock up the train? Done. Climb down from the train and complete this duty. Really? You had me wait until that time to tell me that I completed the mission? Alright, well, we did it. I didn't even have like a chance to get a screenshot or anything. We went from Newark Liberty International Airport to New York Penn. Took us 27 minutes, 12 miles. I walked 555 yards. Good. Everything was on time. Do it at 7:05. We're there a minute early. 3 minutes early. Love being on time. Can I? Huh. I'm gonna get a screenshot. I'll do that afterwards. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. I might be back on stream later, but for those of you on YouTube, I really appreciate... Oh, words are hard. What the heck? I really appreciate you coming out to this video. If you like what you saw, if I can ever get English correct, we live stream over on Twitch at PadfootTD. On YouTube, it's PadfootTD space games. And if you want to see some cute pups that we're always talking about, it's PadfootTD games on Instagram. But I thank you guys so much for coming out to this episode, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!